Hello, my name is James Crockett. I am the National Dealer Development and Sales Manager with Fiat Clean Tech America. And today we're going to be talking about the SCARAB Maven 65. I'll be doing a walk around, talking about its features, attributes, and benefits. The SCARAB Maven 65 is supported by a dealer network of 16 dealers at over 24 dealer branch locations throughout the United States, and we're growing. SCARAB is supported by Fiat, meaning that they provide a lot of the financial support for our continued research and development and new product innovations that we hope to bring to you in the coming years. Also important to note is our continued investment in the development of our channel, and that comes with a new parts depot center located in the Carolinas, in which we're going to have over $2 million worth of parts inventory on the shelf at any given point in time to support all the Fiat brands. That includes the SCARAB Maven 65. As we walk around, I'd like to point out to you, the workhorse behind the SCARAB Maven 65 is going to be the Deutz diesel 74 horsepower auxiliary engine. It is Tier 4 final compliant, but because it's lower than 75 horsepower, it means it doesn't have all the more stringent emission requirements on a diesel engine. So it doesn't have a diesel oxidation catalyst, or a DOC, or a selective catalytic reduction system, otherwise known as an SCR. It doesn't require DEF, which is the diesel exhaust fluid, but also for daily checks, we've got a nice 3-point entry and egress ladder in which you're able to access the full width platform, the service platform of the SCARAB Maven 65, in which you're going to be able to get to your touch points on the Deutz engine safely, that is, of course. So you're able to walk all the way to the far left, all the way to the far right. You got a nice work light here in case it's dusk or early dawn, so that you are able to safely see all the components back here in the engine compartment. Now stepping on down, I'm just gonna fold the ladder back up. And then what we're also going to look at here is the sweep components. So because this is a pure vacuum sweeper, it relies on brooms to move the debris to set up the windrow going to the suction nozzles. So all the brooms on here are 26-inch diameter brooms, but we have a unique feature here with the SCARAB Maven 65. We have the auxiliary broom. So what this is used for is to kick out the broom an additional 2 feet, which gets you an overall sweep path of 13 feet or 155 inches. It allows you to get further into the curb line without having to drive the sweeper close to the curb line, which would otherwise, you'd rub your sidewall onto the curb. So it eliminates that, but also keeps the sweeper away from the tree canopies, so you don't scuff or damage the tree branches as you're sweeping by. So with the broom kicked out, you got, again, the industry leading sweep path. But what it's going to do is it's going to set up the windrow to your gutter brooms, which again, you have them on left and right. And it's going to set up the windrow debris going to the suction nozzle. The brooms themselves are pneumatically floated. They're trailing arm design. So again, when the brooms are out, they can easily be pushed back in if they hit an immovable object. If you need to adjust the angles of the broom, all you're going to do is just loosen this lock nut and you're going to twist this turnbuckle by hand. You don't need any tools to accomplish this. So it's very quick to set up depending on your application. If you got really steep crown roads or if they're flat, you can make those adjustments here. Moving back to the suction nozzle. The SCARAB Maven 65 comes fully equipped with dual suction nozzles, which can either be independently or simultaneously used, meaning you can do single side sweep or you can do full width sweeping. So dual nozzle sweeping. So that again enhances your overall productivity of the units. you're able to do more with the existing piece of equipment that you have here. So with 2 foot wide, high durable steel nozzles, they're the same on both left and right. So in a pinch, you're able to use a suction nozzle that's on the left and put it on the right, or vice versa. That's a unique feature of the SCARAB, which again minimizes the amount of parts that you need to stock and support the unit, either at the dealer level or at the customer level. What's also nice about the suction nozzle is when it's down on the ground, you've got the suction nozzle tilt feature, which allows it to pivot off the back caster, and it opens up the mouth either intermittently or constantly, so that if you're sweeping up bulky debris such as wood chips or leaves or other organics or branches, you open up the mouth of the nozzle, and it allows it to easily be able to digest with the suction nozzle and convey it up into the hopper. Now, talking about conveying up to the hopper, because it's a pure vacuum sweeper, it relies on vacuum technology to move the road debris from the ground up into the hopper. So we got a nice straight path which the airflow is going to go from the suction nozzle into the hopper. What that allows for is a very efficient airflow system of this pure vacuum sweeper. So once the debris goes up into this 8.5 cubic yard hopper, it's going to go through basically these chutes. It's going to cause a cyclonic or a swirl in the hopper where it's going to load at the front and compact towards the rear. So as it's loading, it's going to go back to front, bottom to top, which is very beneficial, because what that means is you're able to utilize the aforementioned 6.5 cubic yards capacity of this hopper to its fullest extent. This hopper is constructed out of stainless steel, and because it's constructed as standard out of stainless steel, we offer a lifetime warranty for the original user against rust, perforation of the hopper. So that's a really strong value proposition for the customers, because you don't have to buy any additional liners, which have their own requirements or fine print as it pertains to the warranty. Here, we stand behind our word and our craftsmanship and our quality and the standard product offering. So stainless steel, lifetime warranty. So as I'm also over here on this side of the unit, I want to just point out here briefly, our water system, or our dust suppression system, comes equipped with a fiberglass water tank. Overall capacity of the water system is going to be 500 gallons, which means that you're able to stay out on the road longer versus having to stop for more frequent fill-ups. Because the fiberglass water tank is mounted on the frame, so it's isolated mounted, means that we don't have to worry about any additional fatiguing of the water tank as you're transporting down the road or just day-to-day sweeping activities. Also, because it's not integral to the hopper, it means that you don't have to sacrifice payload for productivity. So because it's not in the hopper, means that you're able to utilize more payload capacity. So we're able to design a larger hopper because we're not having to lift a water tank essentially. So with the standard dust suppression system, you'll notice that we have all these blue lines, blue, water. So they're easily identifiable, and you're able to manually throttle your dust control with these ball valves at each location around the sweeper. So you're going to set that, and it's going to basically meter the amount of water that you're going to apply for standard dust control at each of the brooms, but also at the suction nozzle. We've got these water nozzles here at the sides of the suction nozzle, but also a water ring at the inlet tubes to the hopper. All this does is it provides a cone of water spray to knock down the dust, or just make the dust adhere to water molecules, so that it adds weight to them, so that it's going to drop out of the airstream. So as the debris is coming up, I already mentioned it's going to go through a cyclonic air path as it hits the rear door. But then when the debris falls out of the airstream, it's going to go up into this 3,000 square inch stainless steel screen, where it's going to separate, and the clean air is going to go right up to the fan. So as I just said, the fan now is on the roof of the hopper. So again, it makes the shortest air path. We're gonna go straight up into the hopper, swirl it, separate the debris, and then we're gonna exhaust out through the roof of the hopper. And because we have such a very efficient airflow path, we don't need to have large gearboxes, belt drive systems. It's hydrostatically driven fan on the roof, all right? So it frees up space next to the diesel engine, so you don't have to worry about tensioning belts, greasing bearings, refilling the lubricant in a gearbox. So there's less things to touch, less things to service, so your overall total cost of ownership is gonna be lower. So the angle of the hopper is 55 degrees. So that ensures a nice, clean evacuation of the sweepings back onto the ground. The door opens up perpendicular, allowing you nice, unobstructed access in order to clean out the hopper from left to right or vice versa. We do offer a high pressure washdown feature with our units, which it could be used to clean the ground, clean the unit when you're remote on the job site, clean your screens, do a quick rinse off of the sweeper. The high pressure system is going to be 8 gallons per minute at just under 3,000 PSI. So if I look at our high pressure system, the controls are located here. So this is where you're able to throttle where the water is going to move throughout the system for the high pressure system. The actual on off is located inside the cab. But once you engage the system, you're going to have front spray bar, transfer broom, your respective left-right suction nozzles, or for a fan clean out. Again, you just set this to where you need for your daily operations and you leave it. You control on and off from inside the cab. Those spray bars are located right here. So what they do is they're gonna aim the high pressure spray just behind this rear rubber flap of the suction nozzle, basically cleaning but also flicking any potential fines back underneath the suction nozzle, essentially giving you a second chance to pick it up on your first pass. You also have another high pressure spray bar located behind the transfer broom. Transfer broom is 50 inches long. So again, it covers a vast terrain, but again, you're able to auger it left or right. So whether you're sweeping from the right-hand side or you're gonna pick up debris on a median of a road and you're gonna sweep with the left-hand sweep gear, your transfer broom is extremely versatile to accomplish either or applications. So with the high pressure, we also have the front spray bar. So you notice on the front spray bar, we have high pressure and we got your standard dust suppression system. So again, this is going to put up a water curtain to knock down and moistening the sweepings that you're about ready to go over with your sweeper. But also for the high pressure system, you're going to apply a very concentrated cone of water in front of the sweeper, loosening or dislodging any sweepings off the pavement, getting them separated and more easily able to be picked up with the suction nozzles. Another good application for your high pressure front spray bar is going to be for permeable pavements. Again, you've got joints in between the interlocking concrete pavers or with permeable asphalt. You've got the polymer that a lot of the fines and organics are going to stick to. What this does is it breaks it up. It lubricates the joints. It's going to dislodge all the fines in the pores of the permeable asphalt, thus allowing you to more effectively maintain or do a deep restoration on permeable surfaces. Last, I'm going to walk around here. We're getting to the most important part of the walk around, which is going to be the office space for the operator. So what we offer here for the SCARAB Maven 65 is we're able to mount it on either conventional or commercially available cab over chassis, ranging from either a Freightliner, an International, or a Peterbilt chassis. So this is a fully dualized chassis, which means I've got steering on the left-hand side, but also steering on the right-hand side. And on the right-hand side, what we're able to do is completely mirror the instruments and gauges here on this heads-up display for the chassis, allowing you to comply with local FMVSS regulations for operating a sweeper next to the curb line. You've got your standard safety cameras, so you got rear view, but also closed circuit television. So you're able to see your left-hand sweep gear, your right-hand sweep gear, but also your rear facing of the sweeper in the event that you have to back up. You've got your controls here. So what you're able to do with the controls is anything that is marked as green is going to be your sweeper function. So your broom deploy on the left and right, your suction nozzles left and right, up and down, your transfer broom, your variable speed control, all here. You set it before you go out and operate. Anything that's in blue is going to be your water controls. So applying water at the suction brooms, the suction nozzles, the transfer broom, all here are easily identifiable with blue buttons. Anything in yellow is going to be your work features, such as safety lights, your work lights, etc. Once you set that, you're going to go to your door pods. Because this is a fully dualized chassis, we put door pods on the left-hand A-pillar or the right side A-pillar, meaning, some contractors prefer to operate a sweeper on the left-hand side. Municipalities, in other cases, will have a preference on operating on the right-hand side of the sweeper. So this allows them to, now, after you've set your sweep functions, you're basically going to operate the sweeper right here. And what that allows you to do is you're not looking down and to your left, and you're not taking your eyes off of what's in front of you or around you. Instead, your eyes are going to remain forward, and you're just going to adjust everything you need to right here on the fly. So your broom controls, your broom's out, broom's in, your suction nozzle tilt feature that I previously mentioned at the second position of my walk around. You turn off your sweep functions, but when you're also sweeping, you got the control for that auxiliary broom. So you're able to deploy it, kick it out, bring it back in, and stow it. So again, everything is conveniently located right here. All you need to do for your day-to-day operations. But again, something that's unique that the SCARAB offering provides to you. And last but not least, for the chassis, again, you've got all the creature comforts, easy entry and egress. You've got air conditioning as standard. You've got air horn as standard. You got your AM, FM, MP3, Bluetooth stereo. So again, we try to make it as comfortable for the operator. Again, air ride seats, 3-point harnesses, and also the safety light. So as I mentioned, you've got your work lights, but you also got your safety lights. So SCARAB believes firmly about being seen, and that's important in the sweeping environment because you've got a lot of moving vehicles around you. You got pedestrians, you've got bicycles, all going around you on both sides of the unit. We offer high visibility amber LEDs on the front of the sweeper, but also on the rear of the sweeper. There's 4 LED lights or markers on the rear of the hopper. So again, giving you maximum visibility during day and nighttime operation. So once you're out of the cab, one thing I didn't mention was how do you dump the sweeper hopper? So what the SCARAB Maven 65 is going to have is a wired pendant. So you're able to conveniently raise and lower the hopper. You're able to open and close the door. You can do it from inside the cab. You can also pull this and go to the rear so that you can see with your own eyes, did everything evacuate out of the hopper as you're doing a dump. When you're done, all you do is put it back in the cab, stow it, and then you're ready to jump back in and continue your sweeping route. The SCARAB team is looking forward to working with you to schedule your next demos. So please feel free to drop us a request on our website or give my dealers a call, and we'll be glad to come on out and show you how the SCARAB Maven 65 can improve your overall sweeping operation.